There it is. What could have been. Me in Vegas. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the Out of Work Actor, starring me, Christopher G. Morris. This is phone down. Tough. There we are. Okay, so I am the Out of Work Actor, Christopher Morris, Christopher G. Morris. It's a little blog I'm going to do to help you guys. There's a lot of different advice out there for actors who work, but the ones who are struggling to find work, now that's a different story. There's a lot of us out there, so this is going to be for you. And advice for people who want to get into acting. So, that's what this is all about. And this is, zip this. It's my name, Chris. That's the first point I'm going to make. When you get into acting, you might have to get rid of some things, like your name. You might have to change your name, The funny story, that's the reason why this is Out of Work Actor with Christopher G. Morris. Because I didn't know this, but I put a reel up, an acting reel, comedy reel, of some of my zany moments, and it said Chris Morris Reel. And apparently there's a brilliant comedian in England by the name of Chris Morris. So his fans were clicking on there thinking they were going to see that, cheerio and all that stuff. That's my English accent, which is why I don't get cast as a Brit too often. But they thought they were going to see him, and instead they saw me. So they weren't too happy. They voiced their opinion. One guy, and I quote, called me a fat C word. I'm not going to say the word because, I want to keep this PG for all the youngins out there. So, but it rhymes with bunt. So he called me that. But I'm not bitter about it. I mean, I'm really not, not bitter at all. That happens. I'm only kidding to all my English fans out there. None of you. I'm only teasing. I love the Brits. I love England. And that's why I changed my name. I did it for you. So I'm an international guy. I want to keep peace between everybody. I love the Queen Mother. I love the Prince. I love the one who had the baby, Kate Upton. Big fans of all of them. So back to acting. People say to me, well, how do I get good advice from different people? Well, you just got to approach. I mean, that's what I do. I remember I was on the set of National Treasure with Nick Cage. And I know you guys are probably thinking, I didn't see you on National Treasure. I know. You probably didn't look hard enough. That's why. I'll tell you the scene I'm in. If it's the scene where Nick Cage, and I'll get to Nick in a minute. He's walking out of Independence Hall or Mall or Hall. What is it, Hall or Mall? Hall? I'm looking over here. There's nobody over here, so I'm waiting for an answer. There's no stores, so I just figured it's Hall. So I'll just call it Hall. And he has a backpack on. He's got one of them backpacks. And he's walking, and if you watch it, you see him. You got to pause it. There's a guy right behind him. That's not me. I'm the guy behind that guy. I played tourist number 85, I believe it was, which I enjoyed it. I mean, I had fun, and I was really, it took me days, I had a map, and I was like this, kind of looking, I had a windbreaker on, and look, it was fall, so I was like, I think the guy's going to be a little chilly, so I had to, looking kind of like that, and I didn't know what my motivation would be to be this kind of actor. So I remember during a cut, I approached Nick Cage. I know you guys are probably saying to yourself, Nick Cage? Who's that? I only know Nicholas, But when you're in the business, you could shorten names. We kind of do that. And I can call him Nick because was in the movie with him. And, for example, Robert De Niro is Bobby D. That's what I call him. Hey, Bobby D, when I see him, hey, Bobby D, which I never see him. But I know a guy named Bobby D. And a lot of times I'll be like, hey, Bobby D, and just pretend it's De Niro. But back to Nick. So, I went up to Nick and I said, Nick, what's my motivation here? What do you want me to be a tourist who maybe has never been to Philadelphia? Like, oh, look at that building up there, or why is that bell cracked? Stuff like that. Or you want me to be like the guy who doesn't care? Like he's been down there a million times. Like, whatever, Philly, whatever, building. Yeah, go Eagles, that guy. And I'll never forget his advice. He said to me, who are you and why are you calling me Nick? Then later I was removed from the set. But I thought it taught me a lesson. It taught me a lesson in when they say do not talk to the stars, they mean it. But you know what? It didn't deter me. I still call him Nick, It didn't deter me at all. So, and I was surprised. I was a little upset they didn't, invite me back for National Treasure 2 to reprise my role as Tourist 85. Maybe have like the same tourist in the back, so that it'd be fun for the audience. Like, hey, that guy was in 1. He had a windbreaker and he was looking up at the building. But they didn't do it. They didn't, they didn't seem to want me in it, which is fine, Okay, I think that brings me to my third point, living situation. A lot of people say, well, if I want to be an actor, I'm going to be broke. I'm going to have nothing. Yeah, you are. It's going to happen. Some people say, well, wait a minute. What about, all my friends, they have their own house. They're married. They live on their own. They have kids. They pay their own bills. Who wants that? You know what I mean? Look at me. This is my room. Look at my walls. I have blue walls. You know why I have blue walls? Because I asked for them. And I remember the day my mom painted them, and I held the ladder. And she said, you get what you want, my son. And it was lovely. And I have that relationship. And people say, what do you tell girls? You live with your parents. It's very simple. There's many things you could tell them. Hey, I love senior citizens. So I have 2 as my roommate. It's one thing I like to do. Or I pay the mortgage in this place, is one I tell. Which still never works, but it might for you. So, try it. That's all I'm saying. Because I have all this. Like, look at this. We'll take a little tour here. These are my DVD collection right here. See them? None of which I star in. And up here is my toy collection right there. See them? Toys, Kermit there. And the funny thing about those toys, they're responsible for me never getting a girl. But I can remember one time, actually, I did get, I was at a bar and the girl said to me, do you want to go back to your place? And I was like, yeah. We were going hot and heavy, and she goes, do you have any toys? And I went, oh, yeah, because I thought she maybe wanted to play with the Rodney Talks. She didn't have these in mind. So she left pretty abruptly after getting back here. That's fine, because I own them and they're mine. And she didn't want to do it. It's fine. I put Kermit, and it was whatever. And the last thing, the fourth thing, okay, is big in acting. One big thing. When you're down and out and you're depressed, there's always alcohol. You got Miller Lite, you got Bud Light, you got a lot of different IPAs that are out there. Right now I'm drinking vodka from a coffee mug. So sorry, but it helps you. It really helps you cope, and then you can just pretend you're an actor, talk to people, you act, you're in this, you're in that, it's fun. But that's what this is about. This is going to be for you, the out-of-work actor, my finger. That's going to be for you, and I'm going to be here for you, no matter what. I will never leave here. If you need me, you copy, you write comments, you can email me, and just let me know. Whatever it is, I'm going to be here. What's that? Oh, got to go. My mom made pasta. I'll see you next time.